I have a Lawnboy 20 inches deck mower with a Kohler 149cc engine on it. I have replaced the spark plug and the ignition coil and still cannot get it to start. I believe the issue is spark, as the tester shows no spark at all with any of the tests I have done. What else can it be other than spark plug or ignition coil?
Do you have fuel in the tank? If so, is the shutoff valve open and the fuel clean?
First things. A little history. It's my girlfriend's mower. She was mowing and stopped to empty the bag. When she tried to restart it, it wouldn't. So this tells me that it should not be a fuel problem or a valve being open or closed as the problem, since she had just used the mower.
Do you plan on doing the work yourself?
I have so far replaced the spark plug and ignition coil and ungapped the flywheel with a business card.
Okay. Got it. I'm sending you to a secure page on JustAnswer so you can place the $5 fully refundable deposit now. While you're filling out that form, I'll tell the small engine technician about your situation and then connect you to.
If your issue is spark, you will need to replace the coil, which you have done already. Pour a little fuel into cylinder manually and see if machine will start. If so, your issue will be the carb instead of coil. If still no start, disconnect the ground wire from coil and try to start.
Okay, so tried the gas in the cylinder with no luck. I then removed the ground wire on coil and it took a few pulls, but it did start. So what does this mean?
Either there is a break in that wire someplace, or the coil is bad. Being as you just replaced the coil, I would search for a break in the wire. It is possible you got a bad coil, but it is rare.
Okay, so there may be a break in the ground wire I disconnected?
Yes. If the wire is grounding out someplace, it will not start. By you disconnecting it, there is no ground for the coil, so it creates the spark.
The ground wire is only about 4 inches long and certainly doesn't appear that it could be broken. Each end seems securely connected in the connectors.
It will be in the wire or the grounding parts. You have a small piece of metal that touch and separate when you pull that bail back to start mower. It's in the grounding section. Something is grounding out coil.
It could pretty much be anything in any of the wiring?
Follow the wire from coil. It clips/hooks to a piece of metal normally. It will be in wire, or where the wire attaches. Have someone pull bail back, and you watch how the ground-in mechanism works. You will see a metal parts pull away from another metal piece. If it stays touching, it's still grounded. I will be away for about an hour, but I will return if you need me.
The short ground cable coming from the ignition is plugged into a gray Honeywell module and the connectors seem very tight. The opposite side of the Honeywell module and on the bottom side is a small metal pieces that hooks into the module, and when I move it seems to snap in and out. When I pull the auto kill handle back to start, the silver piece that moves with this touches that small metal piece that comes out of the Honeywell module. I don't know if any of this makes sense, but I cannot seem to find any wires that appear broken or have metal touching metal.
What is the model of the engine? Let me look it up and see what all is replaceable grounding parts. It may be the module that is bad.
That is one of the problems. For thud life of me, I cannot find that nameplate. It is a 149cc Lawnboy powered by Kohler. I found something that said 10,603, but I don't think that is the model number.
Look under rear flap or on rear side of mower for the model and serial of mower. I can pull engine info from this. 10,603 is your mower model number. Your engine is a Kohler PHXT 1490225. Do you happen to know what the part number is / was for the ignition coil that you installed?
Coil number is ###, but I think it was replaced with ### or 18. They told me original number had changed.
1458405S.
The coil I bought and replaced was a 1458416. I bought from Kohler dealer.
You have an aluminum flywheel and that coil is for an iron flywheel.
No, actually the box cover does say 1458416S.
http://www.partstree.com/parts/color-engine/parts/1458416s/ This states this coil is not compatible with your engine. http://www.partstree.com/parts/color-engine/parts/1458405s/ This is the one your machine calls for. By the model of your mower and engine, it states you have an aluminum flywheel.
All my screwdrivers stick to the flywheel. That wouldn't happen with aluminum, would it? Under the flap says model 10606.
The flywheel has a huge mag on it, so it is possible.
I don't know if you saw, the model number under the flap is a 10606, not a 10603.
No, sorry, that will change things then. 1 minute. Okay, correct ignition coil would be the ###S. It is for a cast iron flywheel.
I have the right one.
Here is a link to the breakdown of your engine. http://www.partstree.com/parts/color-engine/engines vertical/xt1490227 Kohler xt6 xt149 engine courage xt toro/. That is a suitable replacement for the original part number. By you disconnecting that ground wire and mower starting, the problem is going to be in the grounding. Either the wire, the metal is not pulling free fully when bail is pulled back. The mower is staying grounded for some reason. It's hard for me to say exactly why, due to I can't see it, but that is the only issue it can be. You have correct coil, so it has to be the grounding.
When you say pulling the bail back, what do you mean by bail? The recoil cord or the lever on the upper handle that must be pulled back in order for the engine to start? Not getting anywhere with the pictures. I can't even find that Honeywell module.
It is mounted where the engine brake cable connects, correct? It may be replaced. I have a few of these at my shop and can give you a part number tomorrow. That is the bail. It releases the brake and ungrounds the coil so engine will start.
I mean, I can't find the Honeywell module in the pictures. I have no problem finding it on the mower.
When you pull handle back, it ungrounds coil and disengages the flywheel brake. When release handle, it applies the brake and the metal contacts connect to kill the engine. I didn't see it either in diagrams. I see part number for where it's usually located but not in avail parts. I have them at shop and can get the part number off the package.
The only thing that is wired is that when I pull the bail back, the silver bracket comes forward and touches the small metal piece that extends out of the bottom of the Honeywell module. Not sure if that is supposed to happen.
That module is electrical and is most likely bad. I am searching for part number now. It comes attached to that bracket it's mounted on when you purchase it.
Supposed to be weird, not wired.
It will have wires going to it.
There are 3 wires connected to module. One on top that is a ground. One that leads to coil and one above that hooks to automatic starting, which doesn't work, I believe. On the bottom of that module is a small button and a metal lever that when lifted pops that button in and out. When I pull the bail, the metal piece attached to that comes forward and touches that lever on the module that I mentioned before.
I believe it is attached to this ###S. I am not 100% sure without viewing the Kohler site though. That is your problem. Just have to find the part number to order it. Your local Kohler dealer should be able to tell you just by you telling them what it is and where the wire goes. Or I can look it up tomorrow for you.
If you have a home improvement or appliance question and want to chat with an expert now, visit JustAnswer.com/YTHI.